Latest update. As people woke up this morning, they discovered that the Supreme Court there in Abuja don't catch fire. Who put fire in the Supreme Court? Who put fire in that Supreme Court where we are still expecting that the petitions written by People's Democratic Party and then its presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar and Labour Party and its presidential candidate Mr. Peter Obi will surely be looked at? Now, all those petitions that have been filed by Mr. Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar that have been there at the Supreme Court, what do you have to say about them? As Peter Obi and then Atiku Abubakar went to Presidential Election Tribunal Court, and then after everything, they discovered that they were not being given what they were expected at the tribunal. Now, they requested from the tribunal to release to them copies of those proceeds from the tribunal, which they wasted much time before they now agreed to release some copies to Mr. Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar. Now, the Chief Justice of Nigeria said that before 20th of September, he will surely make sure that Mr. Peter Obi and Abubakar's petitions will get to the Supreme Court. Today, Monday, September 25, 2023, 5 days after the Chief Justice of Nigeria said this, hoping that the petitions from Mr. Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar will surely be there now at the Supreme Court. Now, on this fateful Monday, we do not know how fire got to that Supreme Court. The news now reaching us is that about 3 offices of 3 justices of Nigeria that will be sitting for this petition from Mr. Peter Obi and then Atiku Abubakar have been raised down. Birthday shoutouts, announcements, advertisement of your products. Chat us up on WhatsApp through +234 8067 841298. I believe Mr. Peter Obi has that common sense which he himself knows that something like this will surely happen. So I believe he will have duplicates of those copies of proceeds from the petition tribunal. Atiku Abubakar, the same thing. So if you are thinking that burning the Supreme Court will surely bring an end to looking at those petitions from Mr. Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar, I believe you are joking. Why should you burn the Supreme Court? According to Festus Akande, who is the Director of Press and Communication, who said that the fire should be as a result of electrical fault. Is that not a story? I believe it is time for Nigeria to begin to display all these things on Netflix so that the whole world will be watching and then enjoying themselves. Because all these things that are playing out now are just appearing before Nigerians as movies. How can you place fire at the Supreme Court while you know some persons have filed their petitions there at the Supreme Court as Presidential Election Tribunal Court don't fail them? Now they want to try the Supreme Court again. As you know that maybe going to the Supreme Court may give them victory. That is why you should now have the Supreme Court to be burned down. So that before the Supreme Court will be renovated, then it will now take a long period of time. There is no problem. This is Nigeria. We have always had patience as one of qualities of Nigerians. So Nigerians will keep having this patience, waiting for you guys until the Supreme Court is renovated and then another date fixed for court hearing of Mr. Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar. As a good Nigerian, what do you have to say over this fire wey catch Supreme Court? Will you say that a particular person set this Supreme Court on fire? Will you say a group of people set this Supreme Court on fire? Will you say that this fire came from one place or the other?